Hello friends, both old and new. I am John St. Baptiste, and this is Music Makes the People Come Together, where we share amazing and eclectic music with amazing and eclectic people like yourselves. This is the playlist for the week. We upload it every Sunday, and I am excited because this one is very near and dear to my heart. I have been planning it since I started this channel, so I'm really excited about it. Stick around till the end of this video because there's a special bonus for you just for coming to check it out, and I'm really happy to share it with you. So if you are more interested in checking out the music first and then the curation after, please write down in the description box. You can find this week's playlist along with all the playlists that it contributes to. If you'd be so kind, on your way out, click that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe so you can check out my stuff all the time. Hit the notification bell so you always know when something new is up, and share this music. That's what this channel's all about. I share with you, you share with me, and we share with each other. So, that being said, let's get right down to the playlist. Now, on the teaser this week that came up the other day, we played the track The Entertainer by Billy Joel. And that gets all about this week's theme for this set, which is called I Know Just Where I Stand. Now, this song I go into all the details about when it's on the teaser, so I'm not going to go over it again. But you can check it out. That's in the description down below as well. Moving right on to the rest of the playlist. The theme is entertainers and entertainment. And I could probably word that in a better way, but I couldn't think of what to do, so I'm just going to say it that way. And this is a really sweet set. First, we have the Better to Be Happy track for this week, and that is Here Come the Drums by United in Dance. This is a great build-up track. I have used it myself quite a few times. Now, keep in mind I was a house DJ, not a hardcore DJ. They are somewhat different genres with very different tempo structures, but there are things that one can do with their record player and their mixing board to make that type of stuff match. That's what the core of DJing and throwing records is all about, is making this continuous track that you just keeps you going. So I really dig this track. It's awesome. It's not quite as lyrical as a lot of happy hardcore is, but I think you're still going to like it. So please check that out. Next, for the full playlist, let me ask you a question. What do you think Tony Bennett, Panic at the Disco, Garth Brooks, Don Henley, Rufus Wainwright, and quite a few war veterans have in common? What they have in common is the Kennedy Center Honors Show for Billy Joel, who provided the track for this week. This is a really great concert, and for those of you who check out the full playlist and you see some of the playtimes because it's a complete DJ set or a complete record or a complete concert and get intimidated by the length of that file, this was on telly. It's a little over 20 minutes of your time, and it is just a really great little show. So I really hope you enjoy checking that. Next, the cover that kicks ass this week is Teenage Fan Club doing Mr. Tambourine Man by Bob Dylan. Teenage Fan Club is a band from Scotland, alt-rock band, came out in the early 90s. I have always adored. They have a really nice, just smooth, clean type of sound to them, and I think this is really enjoyable. It's similar enough to the original that there's not a huge diversion, but different enough that it's interesting, because that's the entire point of a cover track. It's one artist doing another artist's work, and if you want to clone then why don't you just listen to the original piece? This is someone else's interpretation. Check it out. Keep an open mind. I think this is a great cover. And if you enjoy Teenage Fan Club, please check them out. They've got some great music. Some really great music. Next, whose house? John's house. This song literally defines this channel, because this is Madonna's classic music. And this channel is caught a line from that, which is music makes the people come together. This is Monsieur Adi's remix, and it is banging. Of all the different versions of this track that I've heard, and I've heard quite a few, this one has to be my favorite. So I hope you really dig on that. Speaking of which, if you're into electronic music as well, and you have a remix of something that you like a little more than the one I share, or just one you want to share with me, please do so. You can drop it down in the comments section below. Speaking of which, drop any comments you have about this music in the comments section down below. I really want to hear anything and everything you have to say. So I am looking forward to that, and I am looking forward to you. Finally, we're getting to the special playlist that's going on right now. Now, every 6 weeks, I put up 2 tracks of a certain genre. These genres are all subscriber recommended. Just like my midweek music ear candy, which is all subscriber recommended tracks that preferably I have not heard before. And I listen to it, I take my notes while I'm listening, I do a little bit of research, and then I give you my immediate reaction. Check that out on Wednesday nights. But right now what we're doing is the City of Steel. And this is a playlist of Motown. We're right in the middle of it. I am really enjoying compiling this and curating it too, because this is such classic music. Now, the first track on of this week's editions is very loosely Motown, but it comes from one of the parents of that genre of music, so I considered that I could fudge the rules a little bit. And this is Mr. Chuck Berry doing Johnny B. Good live. Oh, this is a sweet recording. It sounds almost as good as the original album recording. You get to watch him play, which is just sick. I mean, arguably this man was one of the creators of both Motown and rock and roll. Oh, and R&B music. So, really good stuff, and it's pretty damn good recording. I think it was from the early 1970s. I wasn't able to find out super amount of it, but please, check it out. It's great. The other City of Steel track for this week is Save the Last Dance for Me by the Drifters. Oh, the Drifters. Some of the best harmonization I've ever heard. This is an awesome track. And I love the message behind it, because it's saying, you know what, go out. We can go out together, whatever. You can do your thing. You can hang out with your friends. Dance with somebody else. That's fine. Just don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're going to be, because darling, save the last dance for me. You see these significant others getting so jealous with each other, and it's just so ridiculous. How insecure are you? So, please, check this out and enjoy it, because, oh, it's just an awesome track. And if you get the opportunity, Harry Connick Jr. does a really sweet cover of this. The whole album is really good. It's all covers of tracks from that era, and it's escaping me right now, but definitely Harry Connick Jr. doing this, and trying to figure out what album it is. If you find it, leave it in the comment section down below, because I think I loaned it to an ex, and she just walked away with it. That happens a lot. Music and black sweaters. Do you have any idea how many copies of Queen 2 I have owned? Like 7. I break up with somebody and they want to take my copy of Queen 2. It baffles me. Most of them act like they hate Queen, so I don't get it. But I think it's just like one of those to John. Hope nobody saw that. But anyway, so we're going to go on to the trivia. Last week's trivia question was, the Buggles went on to become members of another band. What was that band? And if you want the bonus, what was the album they went on to become members of that band with? This was answered by Rayanne Callender. The band was Yes. The album was Drama. So there are your smooches. Also, you get your bonus tracks. If anybody else wants to check out the bonus tracks, if you go in the description down below, you can find a list called prizes, and that just shows the prizes that I give away every week. Bonus tracks for this week. The track is this awesome band called Bitch Alert, doing a cover of Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. And since we're talking about Yes, I uploaded my favorite Yes album, which is Relayer. I love this album. I remember being 14 years old. First time I ever got stoned. And put this album on and just sat and listened to it and looked at the record cover for like the entire 45 minutes. If you don't like long songs, you're not going to enjoy this album. The first side is one track. But I love it, and I think it's great. And I thought you'd like that funny anecdote. Kind of reminds me of this thing that I've brought up a few times. Like, even if you do buy the CD, it's not a record. And I had one I could totally open up, and it's two sides, and just you get this whole experience, which I think is wonderful. So, trivia question for this week. Billy Joel, who's focused twice on this list, what was the original name of the original band he was in? If you can answer that, you'll get this week's smooch, and you'll also get your own very special track from John St. Baptiste. So, please do that. Leave it in the comment section down below. I am looking forward to that. Also, speaking of down below, it's got my Twitter handle. You can follow me there. I upload when I'm doing stuff, new music, new stuff, so check that out. And I hope you dig it. So, I have to give some shout-outs. These are people who always bring me up on their channel, and I just want to return the favor. Lawrence Corner, AU Pack Mule, Azora Hype, Raw Wrist have all brought me up quite often, and I appreciate that so much. And In Deep Geek goes out of his way to mention me every time I just ask him a question and mention this channel. So, from the bottom of my heart, that means so much to me, all of you. That is very cool, and I just want to return the favor, return the love, and share it. Love and music are things that go around and come around. Speaking of which, my special bonus for those of you who stuck around till the end. There's an extra track on this week's playlist. I am not going to tell you anything about it. I just want you to check it out and dig it for and as what it is, because it is sweet AF. So I won't tell you anything. The one thing I will say, people ask what happened to that guitar. It was waiting for him. So you get to figure that one out. But in the meantime, I'm going to head out and let you dig this music. So, please, until next time, be excellent to one another and party on.